check what are the things available. You can see the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell where they will provide so much of grants. If you go to the see, we have lots of funding from the government, which we doesn't know. We are unaware of so many things which is happening in and around us. We are confined to our means. You have to see how you can modify it. While doing a patient in the dental chair, you might have a problem with the dental chair, right? Some problem might be there, where you will get pissed off and then you wanted to do something. So in those conditions, you can think of the ideas, creating new, and then you can modify it, and then this modify it. And here, in education institutions, we have Institution Innovation Council to monitor you, mentor you, and then help you in creating the new ideas or new products. You may not confine to the clinical thing. You have various scope. You have a lot of scope in the dentistry itself. Means in whatever you are using, you can create the new things. You can create new materials and the new products. You can modify the instruments and then according to the thing. You can think lot of things. For example, you have to use a spatula, right, for cement mixing. What's happening outside. We are mainly concerned about the patients and all. But currently what's going on outside is it's more of innovations. And then based on innovations, you have to develop it based on your idea. Means you can modify a chair if you have a means while doing the clinical procedures or while doing something that in and around you. If you find it as a problem, usually our mindset will be like, if we have a problem, we'll leave it out, right? We'll get adapted to it or adjust to it, and then move on, right? Right or wrong? But currently, what they are, you know about Vision 2030, right? You have all the photos in Vikshit Bharat. Frame they were kept in front of the college. Then you put photos, right? What is Vikshit Bharat and Vision 2030? What do you mean? It means they wanted everyone they wanted to start thinking towards innovation, and then it may not be innovation, but if you have any idea, you can convert into a product and then you can convert into a startup, or you have to become an entrepreneur. Means you have to become a self-sufficient, and also you have to become rather than employment seeker, you have to become an employment creator. So currently we are mainly concerned about the means clinics, right? Everyone wanted to set up a clinical practice. How many of you wanted to set up a clinical practice? Raise your hands. You can raise your hands. It's just a general question, right? I am not taking any viva. You can be free and then you can just express your ideas. Most of them want to set up a clinical practice, right? But apart from the clinical practice, you have lots many which you can explore in dentistry. You can see how many clinics are coming in and around which you are staying now, right? If you see the place which you are staying, and then if you count the clinics in and around you, how many clinics are there? There are lots many clinics, right? So how will we survive? How will be different from their clinics? So you have to think differently and then do differently. Then only you can according means to the coming competition, and then they are starting from the school level itself. Means we have like how we have the Institution Innovation Council, we have School Innovation Council. Means they are bringing up the ideas of becoming an entrepreneur and then creating new. That means everything has to be self-made within India rather than depending depending on the other countries. How much we are importing from China also? So much, right? So they wanted to reduce that one, and then they wanted to increase our economy by becoming an entrepreneur. Means you have to create new ideas, and then you have to convert into a product, and then you have to start up your own venture based on your interest. Means you can go towards your interest, and then you can become an entrepreneur. So this is the institution, Ministry of Education and Innovation Council. Likewise, you have under the Ministry of Education, you have School Innovation Council and also Institution Innovation Council. School Innovation Council starts from the schools itself, where we will be in the higher education institutions will be adapting the schools, and then we will be starting creating the ideas. You can see how many science fair happening in the schools, right? How many new ideas they are creating. If you go and check in the patenting, you can see from the schools itself they are creating so many things, and then they are becoming their patenting. One boy in Bangalore, entrepreneur by starting you can see MBA Chaiwala. MBA Chaiwala. Because you have, if you do a job, how much you can earn? How much you can earn, how much?
Rita, attendance.
You can earn, initially if you start a job, you can earn 30,000 after doing BDS or MDS. And then you can slowly go into the 60,000 rupees. And then you can earn the maximum up to 1 lakh rupees. But if you are an entrepreneur, 1 lakh is nothing. So by becoming an entrepreneur, you can increase the income, and also you can increase the economy of the GDP of the country. So you can take an entrepreneurship as a career option. So you help in, you can create your own rules, right? You can set your own rules, and then first thing is in case of college, how you can have a same mindset. First, you have to select a group of people who have the same mindset. It might be within the within the dentistry, or you can select a group of people from the other courses also. So that it will help. If you see, if you wanted to develop an app, right? For the patient awareness, you can. Nowadays, apps are created by the engineering people, right? So, but the content is means the problem, like what is hackathon? Smart India Hackathon. So don't worry, you will be also part of Smart India Hackathon, where you have to submit your innovations. Means they will be giving you problem statements every year. Smart India Hackathon will give you problem statements, and so this is Smart India Hackathon. Smart India Hackathon is which the government organizes. Means it will invite all the colleges, higher educational institutions. First, they will be releasing the problem statements. You can see here, right? They will be releasing the problem statements. Means what are the common problems which are there in the. First they will identify the problems, and then they give the problem statements to the higher educational institutions, means like us, and then they will ask us to come up with an idea. So that these ideas, and then you can convert this idea, you can convert it into a prototype, and then you have to present in the Smart India Hackathon. This will so from all over the India they will be sourcing the ideas, so that you can convert into your product, and also you can they will be giving the funding for your business model or for your prototype to convert into you can take into the market. So this Smart India Hackathon will help you in providing funding funding for your prototype. Don't worry, first I was also new to it because we are not in the background of engineering and all. But it slowly is coming towards us also, where lots of innovations and are needed in the clinical side also. Right? And to have a lot of innovations in the materials and also the instruments what we use, and also we can see the lot of patients we see, right? Where you can have the, in case of special health needs, they will have lots of problems. Where you identify the problem, so that for that one you will be modifying the whatever instruments you are using. For example, if you see keeping a bike lock in the special healthcare needs children is very difficult. So for that problem, you can create the ideas where you can help it. How you can have the child to open the mouth, but not means if you keep your fingers and then hold the mouth lock, they will bite you to the core where you will bleed like anything. So in the likewise, you have lots of problems while doing in the clinical setup. So you can come up with the ideas and then modify, and then you can create your own products. So these are the you can go through it. You will have lots of problem statements which will be given, and then so after going to the seeing the problem statements, I will help you mentor and then guide you, and then in converting your idea into a product. And then if you wanted to have the same money and an investment, you have to have an investment. You have to have an investor, right? First, then you have to convert. First, you have to create a prototype, and then after creating the prototype, you have to use the technology. Cerebral palsy patients will not have muscle coordination, right? Then after converting the business model, you can take your product into the outside environment, and then you can sell your product. So for those things and all, this is the National Innovation Startup Policy, and also Innovation Institution Council will guide you in becoming an entrepreneur. Right? So there are two things. They are telling you what are the differences between the employment and the entrepreneurship. Whereas employment, what you will do, you will work for others, and then you have to follow your instructions. But in case of clinics also, you will go and work somewhere, right? So everyone will not be able to put in practice. So you will be working alone. So you will have to, if there is now government have lots of projects and funding, which they will help you in setting in becoming an entrepreneur, and then they will provide a initial investment for your company, and then you can set up your own company and become an entrepreneur. So the thing is, why they were asking everyone to become an entrepreneur or become a self-sufficient is to increase the economy, and also when I am from the small India is a developing country only. Now also India is a developing country. So they wanted to shift to at least increase the GDP and economy of the country. So they wanted India to become a self-sufficient country, and then they wanted to become increase the per capita. Means we have a lot of resources we have, right? We have lots of resources available in and around us. Resources means which we can